Make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.
They have a couple of cocktails. They talk a little shit.
Right.
Do a bump.
Not my thing.
Make some deals.
I just don't. I don't know. Something about being on like a manicured lawn. That's like, I don't know. I'd rather be out in the middle of nowhere.
I'm sure I'd love it. I'm sure, which is why I don't do it. But I play pool, and I'm addicted to pool. Like I play pool all the time. It's a real problem. When I lived in New York, I was playing like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
I was playing in tournaments. I was traveling around. It was like, I can't get another thing like that in my life.
Are you done playing pool?
No, I play all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you can play pool for like a couple hours and stop.
Maybe
like,
I'll try that.
Pool's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like real pool, like tournament pool, you know, like competitive, like real tournament pool. It's legit. But it's like, it's another thing. It'll get in your blood, and then you'll be thinking about it all the time and watching videos and taking lessons. And
I'm ready for something, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not golf. Pool sounds like
Well,
up
you
my alley.
have music and you have acting. Like you said, that's got to be kind of hard to manage.
Yeah, it's proving pretty difficult, and I have an 18-month-old.
Oh, that
in
too.
the mix. Yeah.
So no sleep.
Yeah, we're getting there. You know, the music thing is sort of, it's kind of nice because there's not a lot of pressure on it. You know, for me, I have a day job. You know, I have this thing that supports my family, and the music I can do to like my passion level. You know, and I wouldn't do it to the point where I'm like away from my family too much. You know, so I like making the music. Touring is kind of hard, and it's also new for me. So learning how to do that at 40 was kind of interesting. You know, I feel like in my 20s that would have been the most fun ever.
Yeah.
Sleeping on a bus with 12 dudes and just going from city to city and, you know, drinking backstage and playing country music. That would have been a blast, but I'm, you know, too old to do that the right way.
Yeah. When you tour, do you go out or do you do like a weekend and then come back? Or do you
when you're on a full-blown tour, the way that it financially works the best is to just stay kind of going. So you're doing like 3 shows, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because you've got the bus rented, you've got all the equipment rented, you got the guys, you know, on salary. So you just have to keep going. It's actually really hard for it to pencil out when you're just doing a show here and there.
Right. Yeah. That's stand-up comedy so much easier in that regard. I've only done one stand-up comedy tour. I did it with Charlie Murphy and John Heffron. We did this Bud Light Maxim tour back in 2007, and we did like 22 dates in a month. And so it was like I'd wake up and I wouldn't know where I was. I'd look at the ceiling. I'm like, where the fuck am I? I would have to think, Columbus. You know, I'd have to like go through my head and figure out where I am when I woke up.
Was there ever like a period of stage fright when you started doing stand-up?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The first day. I was more afraid the first time I got on stage than I was the first time I fought. It was nuts.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I so nervous? I was thinking about chickening out. I was thinking about not doing it.
I do that every time I play a music show, dude. I'm like, can I just call it off?
Do you still get stage fright right now?
Really bad.
Really?
Well, that's the thing, man. I'd always played music, and when I was playing in bands and playing out, I was the drummer.
Oh.
So, but I always wrote songs and stuff, but I had never had ambition around, like, I want to be the guy in front of the microphone. That was never, you know, the plan. And then, you know, to be able to make an album, which I wanted to do, you have to go stand in front of the microphone. And that's the hard part for me. I love being in the studio. I love writing the songs. I love making the music, recording the music. But there's something about knowing that all these people have shown up and bought a ticket to see you. And you're like, all of a sudden this thing starts happening in me. We're like, they bought a ticket. Imposter syndrome, you're not good enough for them to have spent their money. You know, it's just this whole thing, and it's like, dude, shut up. I know it's going to be okay, but it doesn't matter. Every time I still get a little bit of the, you know.
I think everybody who's sane gets imposter syndrome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody that I've talked to that's sane. It's like the really kooky ones don't. Like, I don't think Kanye's ever gotten imposter syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I better be. Also, he's a genius. But it's like the ones who are sane. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, none of it makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, I get it in droves, and way more for the music than the acting. But it's, again, I've been acting in film and TV for over 20 years now.
When did you first get on stage to sing? How old were you?
The very first show I played, I was 39.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I had done karaoke before, right? But, you know, it kind of came about in the weirdest way. I literally was on set one day and get a call out of the blue from this manager, this music manager, Matt Graham, who's a great manager and a really good friend of mine. But he called and said, hey, I know you don't know who I am, but I know that you're a musician, and, you know, I love Yellowstone. I love you in that show. Is that something that you would want to take seriously? And I was like, what does that mean? He's like, I bet I could get you a record deal. And I was like, no, man, no, I don't want to do that. And we talked for 2 years. And over the course of the 2 years, I really started to trust him. He sort of like explained to me what would be required. And long story short, my father passed away somewhere in there. And sort of one of the last things he sort of conveyed to me was like, if there's anything you want to do while you're here, do it, you know? And that's something about that moment. I was like, I'm just going to fucking do it. You know, I don't care. What's the worst thing that can happen? I'm another actor who made a goofy album.
Right.
So what? I got to do it, you know? So I did. And then immediately it's like, well, now you have to go tour it. Otherwise, you know, they're not going to put up the money for you to make these things if you don't go sell it, you know? So the tour is sort of to get the music out there and get people buying it. And so, yeah, first show, it was in Billings, Montana for, I think it was 1,200 people.
Whoa.
This place called, I think it was Pub Station.
What was that like first time doing it?
Dude, I blacked out. Like not drinking, like I just blacked out on nerves, dude. Like it, you know, it started, my knees were shaking, my hands were shaking. This is before I knew about like beta blockers or anything like that. And the show was over and I was like, how was that okay? How'd that go? And everyone's like, it was good. You know, it was good. I was fine. The fourth show I ever played was Stagecoach.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It was crazy. I mean, it was earlier in the day. It's not like I had, you know, 100,000 people out there, but still, that's a big stage.
That's a big stage.
And, yeah. So, but, you know, little by little, it got somewhat better. I don't black out anymore. I know where I'm at and I'm there, but it's still something I deal with.
Oliver Anthony, the first show he ever played live in front of people was like 20,000 people.
That's insane.
It's so nuts.
That's insane. Yeah.
Wasn't it like that? It was huge, right? It was like it was a gigantic crowd. I don't think I'm exaggerating, because he got really famous before he ever went on tour. That one song, Richmond, North of Richmond, that song like instantly made him famous.
He rode a rocket, dude. That rarely happens. There's you know, few people know that feeling. I can't imagine.
Bro, he was freaking out. Like, I became friends with him like right when it was happening, because he was like a little lost, and he said a bunch of people. I go, let's talk. So we got on the phone. Like, it was before he'd gotten a ton of record deals, and all these different people were saying, you know, hey, sign with me. We'll give you X amount of money in advance. I go, don't sign nothing. And he was like, everybody's telling me that I gotta strike while the iron's hot. I go, no. I go, dude, you got talent. I go, you got